All right, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to start off by giving all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Marakah Kodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, Ruel. Peace and blessings and salutation to the hopeful elect, the Bayah, Dawodah, the house of David. All right, so we're going to go into this word right here. All right, so the word right here is defamation. All right, defamation. Okay, so century 1300 defamation. All right, or disgrace, dishonor, or ill repute. All right, it says an ill repute, Salakia. It says from Old French defamation, directly from medieval Latin defamation. All right, from Latin defamatium. All right, it says from defamatio, defamatio. All right, noun of action from past principles, stem or defamere, to spread abroad by ill report, make a scandal of. All right, or here probably suggestive of what is that? Ruination or fama, fama, a report or rumor, to speak or tell or say. All right. It says from late 14th century as the wrong of injuring another's reputation without justification. From early 15th century, slander or instance of defaming. All right, a slander or instance of defaming. And then it tells you the breakdown here, which I just read all of these words here. Okay, so let's go on here to this article here. Well, it's not even an article. Well, it is an article. It was published back in 2020. All right, by the Anti-Defamation League. Okay, extreme sex within the Black Hebrew, and they say black, and we're not black. All right, we're not black. Black is a color. Okay, we are the Hebrew Israelites. All right, and this ain't no movement. All right, this isn't a movement. This is Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's movie, and it's to wake up the elect so the kingdom can come, and your kingdom will go down. Esau, Edom. All right, and you will be under subjection to the Israelites, to the Hebrew Israelites, the 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. All right, starting with the elect. Okay, especially the gates of the nobles, the kingsmen of this society, the kings of this nation, which is Esau's kingdom. All right, and all the ones who are in cahoots with them, the other nations' kings, which is only 17 nations on 18 nations altogether, with us being the Hebrew Israelites, and the rest of the other nations, which are the 17, ran down from Esau, Edom, all the way down to Moab, and so on and so forth. Ammon, and so on and so forth. Okay, so you all gonna go into all of you nations are going into slavery. Thus saith Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right. Okay. Thus saith the Bible. All right. So let's go and read. This is published on August 7th, 2020. Anti-Semitism, bias or discrimination, and hate extremists, or hate or terrorism. Okay? It says key points. We're not going to say that. We're going to read it all verbatim. But we know what it is. We're reading everything verbatim right now, all right? Okay, so let's go. It says Black Hebrew Israelites, which we know we're not black. Okay, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are the Hebrew Israelites. All right, and then we're all spread out throughout the four corners of the earth. Okay, so you're gonna have there's gonna be other nations that's gonna come looking like Israelites, man. That's gonna come as Israelites, man, because we've been spread out throughout the four corners of the earth, man. All right, so this ain't no black thing, man. Okay, this ain't a black thing. All right, you see. So it says, and some as black Jews, or and the same as black Jews or Jews of color. Not all black Hebrew Israelite organizations are anti-Semitic or extremist. All right, so let's just read. It says the Black Hebrew Israelite movement is divided into organizations or sects that operate semi-independently across the United States. The Black Hebrew Israelites believe that they are the true Israelites, that are the 12 tribes of Israel. The 12 tribes of Israel are the people of color. Absolutely. Absolutely. You got damn right we believe that. And that is the truth. That is the truth. Okay? That is the truth. All right? It says, popular activities include street teachings, public speaking events. Extreme sects heavily rely on social media to spread information and coordinate activity. That's right, the Urim and the Thummim. The Urim and the Thummim. Yahweh Bashim Yahushua created the internet to push out this truth. Okay? To push out this truth. To seal the elect up. All right? So the elect can hear this word. All right? And then being on the streets. Being on the streets is showing your faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. It's teaching altogether is showing your faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Being on them streets is really showing your faith in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Okay? All right? You see? So let's read on. Background. It says, the Black Hebrew Israelites, BHI, movement is a fringe religious movement. First of all, we're not religious. The word religious means, the word meaning back. The word religious means ligio, which goes back. It means, the whole thing means to hold back or divide or hold back the truth. So we're not holding back the truth. So we're not a religious movement and we're not a religious group. Okay? This is a history, heritage, prophecy. All right? We're speaking about prophecies. We're speaking about the things that we went through. You small hats, all right? You small hats, you ain't go through you ain't go through any of this, all right? Okay? You are not the people. And I'm going to tell you that. I'm going to tell you that right now. You are not the people of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Okay? We are. All right? And it's just that simple. And you're going to find out how simple it's going to be when we have your ass in chains. Okay? You're going to find out how simple it is. You're going to find out who the true people of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is, man. You're going to find out that Yahweh Shai is a so-called black man. Okay? And you finding out right now. Matter of fact, you finding out right now. You've been finding out right now for a very long time that the Heavenly Father and His Son are the so-called black men. The Hebrews. Okay? Of color. All right? Okay? So let's continue to read on. And that you are not the people, that you are Esau Edom. You are the Edomites. And that this thing is all stemmed back to the blessing. According to Genesis. This is what this is all about, man. The blessing. Alright? And you ain't got it, Esau. Alright? You don't have it. We got it. Okay? And when Yahweh Shai make his return, all right, to get his glory, the elect of the nation of Israel gonna get their glory, because there's an elect among the elect. Then it tells you in Romans 11 chapter 26 verse, all Israel shall be saved, man. We're gonna have the kingdom meaning domicile, meaning rulership of the kings, man. Domicile of kings. So we're gonna be the people ruling over you other nations. All right, so what we telling you is the truth out of the Bible, and we don't give a damn how you feel about it. All right. Because we are telling you the truth. Okay? It says followers who are referred to as Black Hebrews or Hebrew Israelites, believe that Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans are the descendants of the 12 tribes of Israel. You absolutely damn right. They are the descendants of the 12 tribes of Israel. You absolutely damn right. All right? We are the descendants of the 12 tribes of Israel. The prophecies fit us and they're stated for us. Okay? It says, it should be noted that not all the BHI inherents include Native American populations in 12 tribes, but they all agree that white people or conventionally accepted Jews are not members of the tribes. Okay? Well, like I stated, we've been spread out throughout the four corners of the earth, man. Okay, so it's going to be some of them small hats who are going to be Israelites. All right? So, but first and foremost, they are Esau, Edom, right? The Edomites, man. Okay. It says this is a departure from the mainstream understanding of the 12 tribes as referring to Jacob's 12 sons, who each represent a different genealogical thread of the Israelite population, because we're not Jewish, man. All right, we're not Jewish. Okay, Ish meaning somewhat alike or pertaining to. Jew is a derogatory term standing for the word Judah, which is really the word Yahweh. All right, Yahweh thanks. Okay, so we not no damn Jewish. All right. That was a derogatory term put on us during the time of when Antioch is when they first started calling us that, man. In Rome. Okay? And it's fitting that we're back in Rome all over again, man. Babylon the Great, aka America. Alright? It says similarly, inheritance of the white supremacist Christian identity movement also claims to be members of the lost tribes of Israel, which they're not. They're not. We are. Okay? We are. All right? It says Black Hebrew Israelites are not Jews, and Black Hebrew Israelites are not the same as Black Hebrew. Come on, man. Okay? Black Hebrew and Black Jews are not the same as Black Hebrew Israelites. This explains to you what the word Jew meant. All right? It says Black Jews and Jews are color of genuine members of Jewish faith. Black Hebrew Israelites identify specifically with the biblical Israelites consider Judaism and Christianity and Islam to be false religion. Absolutely. It is false religion. It is false religion. It's all pushed off by the Vatican. All right? It's all pushed off by the Vatican. Okay? It is a false religion. It is false. It is madness. It's not. It's not. In a lot of the Islam, the Quran, was a lot of those things was extrapolated. The things that they had was extrapolated from the scriptures, man. Okay. They are not. That is not our heritage. All right. We have nothing to do with that heritage. We are the people of the Bible. We are Yahweh Bashim Yahushai's people. All right. Any all that other madness and all that other garbage is not it. All right, it ain't it. Okay, it just ain't it. All right. It says many BHI, which they talk about Black Hebrew Israelites, but many Hebrew Israelites teachers claim that the Jews and other white people forced Black individuals into the other religions. Well, how you think that was, man? Slavery. Okay, Christianity goes back to the time of slavery. So what the hell are you talking about? All right? And then they took the Bible and they tried to use it against us. They took the Bible, they didn't want us to read it. Took the Bible, said slaves obey your masters. The slave Bible. All right, so what the hell are you talking about? And then these other damn other false religions pushed out here. All right, by the, like I told you, by the Vatican. Okay? All right? The Roman Catholicism, all stemming from a lot of Freemasonry in there, man. A lot of that wickedness, man. Okay? Teaching the Bible corrupted and lying. All right? And leading you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans astray. All right? Okay? All right, so let's go ahead. It says extreme factions believe white Jews are yeah, they are. They are perpetuating identity theft. Okay? They are perpetuating identity theft. All right, we're not no goddamn African Americans. The word American come from a guy named Leo Cipri. Come from a guy named Americo Vespucci, man. And then the word African comes from a guy named Leo Cyprio Africanus, man. All right, so we ain't no goddamn African Americans, man. We are Hebrew Israelites, man. And our nationalities is not goddamn black, damn Hispanic, okay? None of those nationalities, those are bywords and proverbs. All right? And yeah, we did go through the transatlantic slave trade. You're absolutely right. Okay? It says the black Hebrew Israelites believe they are the members of the 12 tribes based on biblical interpretation that teaches that their population will be spread across the globe. Absolutely. I explained that. Which they tie to the transatlantic slave trade. BHI presents slavery, racism, and incarceration and all social ills as divine punishment for disobedience that can only be cured through absolutely the 12 absolutely Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter tells you that. All right, and then further going back even furthermore, when we ran during the time when we ran up out of there during Titus and Domitian, okay, in 66 67 AD, starting with his father, all right, back in like 65 AD. Okay, Titus, all right, and Domitian, okay? You see? So what are you talking about? We bringing out all the history on it, man. A lot of the Israelites ran to the west coasts of Africa, man. All right? And there's books that explain this, man. And the Bible speaks of it. The Bible speaks of it heavy, man. This book is our book. And there's no getting around it, man. Okay? There's no getting around this. This is our book. The Bible is our book. Okay? It's our book. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. It is our book. All right? All right, and then yeah, see how they bring up Deuteronomy 28. That's right, because that prophecy fits. That prophecy fits us. It doesn't fit the small hats. It don't fit you small hats, man. I'm gonna tell you that right now. It don't fit you small hats, man. And I remember I had information years ago. All right, on them what was it? What do they call it? They call it the Holocaust, man. But I had information on the Holocaust, man. A whole bunch of information on the Holocaust. How y'all was in there making tires and stuff like that. They was living good, man. It wasn't no goddamn what was it? What they tried to say, gas chambers and all that, man. Okay, they was making tires and all that, man. They was eating good, living good, man. All right, you see. So all that was a bunch of lies. The real Holocaust happened to the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right? You see? Okay? I wish I still had that information. All right? It was a whole thing of information on it, man. Brought out all of it, man. All the lies on it, man. Okay? I think I might have brought it out at a camp one time. I might have exposed it at a camp one time. I don't know. It may be. But I know I had the information. All right? It says, we just going to read a little bit more. We're going to go into some scriptures. Because, matter of fact, we got the whole thing. Let's just skim on through this here, man. As you can see, and let's just see what the Anti-Defamation League couple things they have on here, man. See, look at all of this, man. You can go and read this here. Okay? Because I really want to get into some scriptures. All right? I really want to get into some scriptures on these devils. All right? And showing them that we are, look, Esau, Edom, look, Edom, Esau, Edom. Absolutely. See, they listening and they checking out the camps. That's what it is. They come up here because it's all out. It's all out there. The truth is out there. Through the Urim and the Thummim. Through the Urim and the Thummim. The truth is out there, man. Okay? The truth is out there. And they're trying to combat the truth. But you can't combat the truth. The lie that you perpetrated in the world is being thrown down. It's being exposed and it's being thrown down. And it can no longer be hidden anymore. The truth of who the people are of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. And that the Heavenly Father is a so-called black man, and that his son is a so-called black man, right? Which really they are Hebrew Israelites. Okay? They are Hebrew Israelites. And we are Hebrew Israelites. All right? So let's just see a couple camps that they had thrown out here. You got IUIC, okay? All right, you got ISUPK. A couple people they throwing out here, but you got ICGJC. As you can see, they don't have GMS on here. Okay, you got Sakari because we're not an extreme. They're not an extremist group, man. GMS is not an extremist group where they talking about harming and doing. Nah, man, we waiting upon the Lord. Wait upon the Lord till we rise up to the prey, man. Okay, that's you supposed to be patient, teaching until the return of Yahushua. Okay, Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua. All right, so the HOI. All right, HOI on here. And then examples of anti-extremists, anti-Semitism. All right. Amalekite is said on there. Okay, notable activities. And then they want to go, okay, so then you got the True Nation of Israel congregation, aka True Nation. All right, you got these up here, Israelite saints and that's going off. All right, that name Christ is going off. How you gonna be Israelites, saints of Christ? Okay, that's Yahweh. It's really Yahushua, man. All right, that's when you know this is Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua, not dealing with them at all either, man. Okay, there's just groups that the Lord is not dealing with, man. There's one particular group. I mean, that the Lord is that the teachings, the true teachings of the Bible is being spoken of. All right, not taking away from the word, not adding to the book. Okay, but it's real, and that's GMS. Okay, so this is just you brothers can go and read this here. I just wanted to go through this real quick. You brothers can go and read all of this. All right, so let's go and get some scriptures. Let's go here, James 1:1. It says, James, a servant of Yahweh and of the Lord Yahushua HaMashiach to the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greeting. Absolutely. All right. So let's go here to Romans, actually, let's go to the dry bones. Show you while they're out there. Hold on. The dry bones while they're out there teaching. Let's go into the book of Ezekiel. You know, the book of Ezekiel, the 37th chapter. The 37th chapter. And start the first verse. It says, "The hand of the Lord was upon me and carried me out into the spirit of Yahweh, and set me down in the midst of the valley, which were full of dry bones," which is the Israelites, man. Dry bones. Okay, how you the dry bone? You don't have no life in you. No life in you. You don't have the living water, the word, the truth, the knowledge. Okay. All right, you're just spiritually dead. All right. You're calling on false names and false gods. You don't know what's going on. You're just dead. All right. Verse number 2, it says, "And caused me to pass by them round about, and behold, there were very many in the open valley." Right. There are very many in the open valley. And that's a miracle. Okay. And throughout the four corners of the earth. Okay. But mainly America is where the truth is where the truth is being the truth is being spoken throughout the four corners of the earth. But America, this is where which America is called they call it the melting pot, so to speak. All right, the melting pot. It says, "Behold, there were very many in the open valley, and lo, they were very dry." They were very dry, spiritually dry. Okay, thirsty for the knowledge, but they don't have the knowledge because the Most High is not. He's only gathering elect. Huh? It says, "And he said unto me, Son of man, can these bones live? And I answered, O Lord, O Lord, power, Yahweh power. Okay, thou knowest." It says, "And again he said unto me, Prophesy unto these bones, and say unto them, O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord." Right? "O ye dry bones, hear the word of the Lord." And that's what's going on out there. Well, brother is teaching. Hear the word of the Lord. All right? And that's why the sign is in place, man. So when they come up and inquire about the sign, okay, they'll find out who they are. All right, and they'll find out who they are, whether they accept it or not. Okay, because the Lord is the one who's going to open up your brain to it, and you ultimately have to be an elect. Okay. All right. You see. So let me just go here. See, it's the reunion of Judah and Israel. All right, which is the split. Okay, which is the southern kingdom and the northern kingdom. It says, "The word of the Lord came again unto me, saying, Moreover, son of man, take thee one stick and write upon it for Judah and the children of Israel and his companions, and take another stick and write upon it for Joseph the stick of Ephraim, and for all the house of Israel and his companions, and join them one to another into one stick, and they shall become one in thine hand." Right? And they shall become one in thine hand. And that's the 12 tribe sign. That's the tribe sign, man. So they come up and inquire about, what is this sign talking about? This is prophecy. This is happening right now in front of you, man. It's been happening in front of you. The elders and the apostles, brothers, it's been happening. Okay? You see? So when the Anti-Defamation League want to talk about, these people and all that, well, why y'all? This ain't happening to the small hats. The small hats not doing this. Okay? The small hats is not doing this, man. All right? You see? So that's how you know that they not the people of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. And it's 12 tribes. It's not just the Jews. It's 12 tribes. Or who they call the so-called Jews. Okay? They call themselves the Jews only. No, you're not. There's 12 tribes. Okay? And then when you confront them on that, they can't even, you be like, they be stuttering. Okay? Because they know. All right? So let's go here. Let's go to Romans. Let's go to Romans 9 and 26. Romans 9 and 26. It says this, and it reads. It says, and it shall come to pass that in all the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, right? Because that's what the they saying, oh, all right, they ain't the people. They claiming that they the people. They claiming they the people. Okay, yeah, you damn right we claiming that we the people, because we are the people. All right? Okay? Because the prophecies fit us. And what happened to our forefathers? All right? The prophecies fit us. Everything stated in this book speaking about Israel. Yasha Allah. Okay? And it says, and it shall come to pass that in the place where it was said unto them, ye are not my people, they shall, it says, there shall be, there shall they be called the children of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. All right? You see? So let's go here to Romans, the 8th chapter. Romans, the 8th chapter. Matter of fact, it's right over. Romans, the 8th chapter, and the 16th verse. It says, the Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit that we are the children of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua. We are the children of Yahweh. We are the people. Okay? Isaiah 43 and 6. Let's go there. Isaiah 43 and 6. And it says, I will say to the north, give up, and to the south, keep not back. Bring my sons from far and my daughters from the ends of the earth. Okay? All right? John 11 and 52. Let's go to John 11 and 52. John 11 and 52. And not for only, it says, all right, this right here. It says, yeah, let's read this right here. Let's start at John 11 and 50. It says, nor consider that it is expedient for us that one man should die for the people, and that's Yahushua. All right, and that the whole nation should perish not. And this spake he not of himself, but being high priest that year, he prophesied that Yahushua should die for the nation, and not for that nation only, but that also he should gather together in one the children, the sons of Yahweh that were scattered abroad. Okay? And that's talking about Yahushua. All right? Okay? It says, let's go here to Deuteronomy 28 and 48, which is which they want to talk about the transatlantic slave trade. Absolutely. Let's go to it. Let's go to it. Deuteronomy 28 and 48. It says, therefore shalt thou serve thy enemies, which the Lord shall send against thee in hunger and in thirst and in nakedness and in want of all things, and he shall put a yoke of iron upon thy neck until he hath destroyed thee. So when these small hats ever had a yoke of iron upon their neck? They never had. The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans have had yokes of iron upon their necks. Okay? The so-called Negroes. Okay? And the so-called Latinos. Alright? And the so-called Native Americans. You've had the yoke of iron upon your necks. Okay? All right, Zephaniah 3 and 8. Zephaniah 3 and verse number 8. It says, therefore wait ye upon me, saith the Lord, until I rise up, that I rise up to the prey. Right, because we ain't out here harming nobody, man. Come out here to harm nobody. But we waiting upon the Lord. When he come, then we're gonna rise up to the prey. Alright, then everything that's being spoke about is gonna come to pass. Alright, meaning like we're gonna be over you, rule over you. Okay? We're gonna rise up. Alright? We rising up and we reading the scriptures now, but everything is gonna be physical. Eventually when the Lord come back. Alright, then it's gonna get physical. When the Lord come back. Yahweh Shai returns. Okay? It says, for my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them my indignation, even my furious anger, for all the earth shall be devoured with the fire of my jealousy. That's right. Alright? Okay? Alright, so let's go here to 2 Corinthians 10 and 5. 2 Corinthians 10 and 5. It says, casting down, Salakia, let's start here. It says, verse 4. Let's start there. It says, for the weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through the Most High, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, to pulling down the strongholds, casting down imaginations and every high thing that exalted itself against the knowledge of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, and bringing it into captivity every thought to the obedience of the Hamashiach Yahweh Shai. All right? Wisdom of Solomon. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5 and verse 1. It says, then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such that have afflicted him, and made no account of his labors. Okay? Made no account of his labors, meaning his acts, his deeds. Okay? That's the labors. Okay? Acts of slavery. Okay? Telling you to your face, man. Okay? Let's get these last few scriptures. We're going to end it right there. Alright, let's get Proverbs 29. Proverbs 29 and 10. And it reads, the bloodthirsty hate the upright, right? The bloodthirsty hate the upright. And Esau, you bloodthirsty. You're the bloodthirsty. Okay? And 2/3 of our people. Alright? And they hate the upright. Because 2/3 of our people are wicked. But Esau, Edom, you are the wicked. You are the wicked. Alright? But the just seek his soul. Okay? But the just seek his soul. Amos. Let's go to Amos. Last two scriptures. Amos 5 and verse number 10. It says, they hate him that rebuketh in the gate, and they abhor him that speaketh uprightly. Let's jump down to verse number 15. Last scripture. Hate the evil and love the good, and establish judgment in the gate, that it may be that the Lord Yahweh power of hosts will be gracious unto the remnant of Joseph. All right, so with that, I want to give all praises and glory and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashim, Yahushai, Ba'ashim, Arakar, Kodash, and double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. We well, peace and blessings and citation to the hopeful elect, the Bayath, the Awadah, the house of David. Shalom, Abba, Babal.